Hey, greetings everyone, and welcome to my Bluegrass channel, Bluegrass from the Basement. For those of you who are finding me through tags and whatever for Bluegrass, I have another channel called Glenn Calloway from the Basement, which was my main channel. I have about 2,300 subscribers on that channel. I've been doing really well. It's well supported, and but I have this love of bluegrass music, and I am a banjo player. And I found that when I was doing videos showcasing bluegrass artists and bluegrass music, they weren't getting a lot of views. That's just not what my channel really started out as, and what I'm not known for. So I wanted to start a bluegrass channel, which is strictly bluegrass music and related. Any artists that just live in that genre, whether it's newgrass or bluegrass or jazzgrass or whatever. I'm going to talk about it all. Um, this is my fourth video, so please subscribe. I think I'm at 94 subscribers or something. So or please just kind of keep hanging in with me and see what the topics are. I'd love you to come back. I'd love you to comment. If any of you are interested in coming on with me, I would certainly do a live chat with some people who are really into bluegrass. I think that would be a lot of fun. But today, I want to talk about what I consider 10 essential albums for anyone into bluegrass, anyone wanting to learn to play bluegrass, whether it be banjo, guitar. I come from the banjo thing, so a lot of this is probably banjo focused, but they're all albums that I think everyone should listen to. Let's start with number 10, Tom Adams, Right Hand Man. This is such a excellent instrumental bluegrass banjo album. Tom Adams is a great player. Um, I had an opportunity to do a workshop with Tom for a whole day workshop, and he was awesome. And I learned a lot. And it was funny. I'm listening to this album. This was kind of a tribute to Scruggs in a way. Songs on here. He does John Hardy, and he does I Saw the Light, Old Joe Clark, Fireball Mail, Little Maggie, Cumberland Gap. A lot of the standards. It does them so well. And when I got a chance, we all got a chance to kind of get up front in front of everyone. There was probably 40 people in the group, and you had to get up in front and play something. And then he was kind of critiquing you in a positive way. It was. I was nervous. Anyway, before I started, I decided to play Fireball Mail, which um, my version is based on what Tom did. And so I said to him, I don't feel like I have a lot of dynamics in my playing. It sounds kind of flat and that, but I said, this album seems like, you really in a lot of dynamics in your playing. And he goes, that's exact opposite. He said, I played this as flat as I could possibly play this album. And I went, wow, okay. I guess I'm not hearing it the way he does. But anyway, excellent album. If you've never heard this, please check it out. That's number 10 on my list. Number 9, one of my musical heroes, maybe my biggest musical hero to this day, is Bela Fleck. His Drive album. I mean, Bela's taken the banjo in places that no one ever would imagine that it would go. But this is basically a bluegrass album. You could say progressive bluegrass. The tunes are, I would say, very complicated if you wanted to try and play them. They're challenging to play. And Bela also has a newer album out called My Bluegrass Heart, which is similar in style to this, I guess. But Drive is just a fantastic album. There's a beautiful song on here called Lights of Home, which is just one of the most pretty songs I've ever heard in my life. If you've never heard it, even check out that song. But this is a great album too. So Drive is, I think, might be considered Bela's best album. Next on the list, let's go with the Dillards. I mean, oh my God, Doug Dillard, such a great player. Rodney Dillard, back Porch Bluegrass. I mean, they do Banjo in the Holler on this, which is a real kind of a. I would say if when you're first learning how to play the banjo, it's probably one of the first 5 songs that you would learn. Dooley, great song, and Old Home Place, which is my favorite bluegrass song, and they really, I mean, they have the signature version. So, Dillard's Back Porch Bluegrass. Next on my list would be another one of my heroes, John Hartford. Now, is this a bluegrass album? No, it's a mix of bluegrass, old time, whatever. I mean, John was one of the guys who really took the banjo out of the old hillbilly type connotations and brought it up with, he's a long haired hippie kind of guy, and it just made it cool. And this album is just one of the greatest roots albums, acoustic albums ever made, produced by David Bromberg. But Tut Taylor, Norman Blake, John Hartford, I mean, just an incredible record. Steam-powered aerial planes on here, and I mean, just it's great. If you're a guitar player, Presbyterian guitar, beautiful guitar instrumental. John was just such a great instrumentalist. Okay, next on the list, Tony Rice. Does it get any better than Tony Rice when you're talking about guitar? He is the legend. We lost Tony a couple of years ago at the age of 69. They have just recently released this on Craft Recordings, first vinyl reissue of the acclaimed album from the bluegrass icon, Tony Rice. I could have pulled any Tony Rice album. Church Street Blues. Wow, this album is incredible. It sounds amazing. If you're into vinyl, do not hesitate to buy this. As a matter of fact, it's essential. Get it. Tony on guitar, his brother Wyatt backing him up on rhythm guitar, and just bare bones album, but absolutely incredible record. Next on my list, we get into Tony again with his collaboration with J.D. Crowe and Doyle Lawson, Bobby Hicks, Todd Phillips, the Bluegrass album. I think there's three. I think they did three, Volume 1, this album, Volume 2, and Volume 3, plus they have released compilations of these albums based on artists, like they did all the Scruggs stuff on one, they did all the Bill Monroe stuff on another. But man, if you can find these albums, this band is just hot. And Blue Ridge Mountain Cabin Home is on here. We Can't Be Darlings Anymore. Molly and Ten Brooks. What other great song? Toy Heart. I love that. Pain in My Heart. Great record, and they sound amazing too. But you can buy this on CD, I believe, too. So great record, the Bluegrass Band. Next, Flatt and Scruggs. It does not. I mean, that's where it. I mean, I guess it starts with Bill Monroe, but for me, it starts with Flatt and Scruggs. That's This is it. Flatt and Scruggs at Carnegie Hall is such a great album. I mean, just amazing. These guys went to New York thinking that no one's going to give a crap about this music, and they took Carnegie Hall by storm, put on such an amazing performance, and this is such a great frickin' album. This is a 2i Columbia for any record collectors out there, but essential record. Essential. Next, I'm going back to J.D. Crowe, but this is his band, The New South. This record is just known as the 044. That's the catalog number. It is so good. Tony Rice, Ricky Skaggs, J.D. on banjo, Jerry Douglas on this album as well. I mean, just an incredible record. The greatest bluegrass album of all time, in my opinion. Old Home Place, again, they do another killer version of that song. And Rock, Salt, and Nails, Sally Gooden, classic fiddle tune. Okay, I got three more. The top three essential albums for any bluegrass fan or anybody wanting to learn bluegrass. It's actually top two. I'm down to two. This is must-have. If you're a banjo player, do not start by listening to Bela Fleck and all that. I'm going to do a video just on the mistakes I made when I was learning. And one of them was not listening to this 1,000 times in a row. Flatt and Scruggs, Foggy Mountain Banjo. The essential album for any banjo players out there. Earl just playing every great instrumental that every banjo player wants to learn. Ground Speed, Home Sweet Home, Sally Ann, Little Darlin' Pal of Mine, Reuben, Cripple Creek, Lonesome Road Blues, John Henry, Fireball Mail, Sally Gooden again, Bugle Call Rag, and Cumberland Gap. I mean, just a great album. A lot of these songs are on Earl's instructional book, which came out in, I think around 1970 or something, and just took the banjo world by storm. People were just flocking to buy this thing. It ended up in multiple printings, and incredible, incredible record. Absolutely essential, but it doesn't get better than this, folks. This is the one that took bluegrass and traditional country music and brought them to a rock audience. In turn, this album brought the rock audience to country and bluegrass music, and it is the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Will the Circle Be Unbroken, where they went to Nashville. John McEwen, the banjo player in the Dirt Band, got together with Earl and Louise Scruggs and talked about this project and how he wanted to do it. Earl was the one responsible for talking Mother Maybelle Carter, Earl Scruggs, Doc Watson, Roy Acuff, Merle Travis, Jimmy Martin to come on board. They went into the studio. They see these long-haired hippies come out, and these people are all traditional country people. And I think they just went, what have we got ourselves into? And then when they started sharing music, and it just became a love fest. It shows on this album. It shines through. Every song is a gem. Just if I was making a list of essential albums in any genre that should be in someone's collection, this is such an important record, historical as far as I'm concerned. Just amazing record. If you don't own this, you should. That's it for essential albums. Let me know if I missed any that you think. And please comment. Tell me if you like what I'm doing, what you'd like to see. I would love to please you guys and get you guys coming back. And please give me a subscription and more to come. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.